Whatever happens in the Big 25 is gonna happen in the Big 25. And there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it because it exists on the internet. So if you wanted to stab somebody on the internet, it wouldn't be possible because everyone is digital. Hello, my name is K. Troy. And I am here to preach to you folks again the truth about Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, that was a bit clickbaity, but not the entire truth about Mark Zuckerberg. A lot of what people hear on TikTok,
I'm just wondering whether it's real or fake. Wow.
There you go. I don't like that at all.
whatever website, it'll always be an opinion of some other person. And actually, frankly, this is an opinion of mine, but my opinion has been cultivated in my brain for a long time. And I've actually, who is Mark Zuckerberg? You know, the tech dude, nerd guy from a while back who stole an idea and just ran away with it. No, Mark Zuckerberg might have stole the idea, but he made success off of it. And that's very commendable. To steal somebody's idea and be able to market it in such a way that it explodes and everyone just starts liking you for it. Of course, whatever Mark Zuckerberg did wasn't exactly morally sound. But in the business side of things, he actually succeeded very well. This will already show Mark Zuckerberg's personality under a light. He's the type of person that if he sees a goal, he's logically going to keep going until he meets the goal. Even if he has to step over skulls or dead bodies over it. You get what I'm saying. The Mark Zuckerberg I speak about is the Mark Zuckerberg from back then. Very shy, very reserved, very, let's keep this between me and you. The dude that speaks in messages but doesn't like to actually call. He's that type of guy. And Mark Zuckerberg wasn't exactly liked by the internet. Whenever he would appear on stage or just speak in general, he was always stuttering and he just had this weird lizard-like speech and lizard-like mannerisms. Of course, you'll be like, why do they hate Mark Zuckerberg? I mean, he's just being himself. Well, as I said, he has stolen idea. He has breached privacy before on numerous occasions. And this breach of privacy, or I think it was a question put forth to Mark Zuckerberg about privacy. And this was on stage. I forget. I'll probably put like...
You feel like you're violating people's privacy?
You
Want to take off the hoodie?
no.
Want to take off the hoodie?
No.
You can see Mark Zuckerberg actually gets prodded about it. Not even prodded. It was just a simple, like, soft yet direct question. This dude literally starts to, like, borderline tear up in front of everybody. It even gets to the point where he actually freezes up from social anxiety. And then it just resumes like normal after that. But you can already tell there was an uproar in social media. And then, long after, Mark Zuckerberg becomes the first CEO to be accosted by the American Congress. You could just see this nervous wreck standing in front of, like, not even standing, just sitting in front of everybody. Not a good light, buddy. Okay, I do admit their questions were stupid. But at the end of the day, Mark Zuckerberg was there. And at the end of the day, he was questioned. His moralities were questioned. You have one side of Mark Zuckerberg. He's very logical, very smart, very intelligent. He's a real man. But that doesn't mean you have to follow him for everything he does just because he's smart. And that's why the media didn't like him for that. And you know what grew up to happen? Mark Zuckerberg changed completely. Not chronologically sound. Whatever I said before, it didn't happen right after that. But Mark Zuckerberg actually changed as a person. His entire personality is like, oh, Trump is badass. Oh yeah, I fucking do it all the time. He's literally talking with colloquial terms. We've never heard this lizard speak ever before. Now this is a big shock, like whoa. Of course, everyone is gonna get angry at him because they're confused. What we want to talk about is the conclusion made a conclusion by the truths and facts, right? Well, how do we know that? Everyone now already reaches the conclusion that Mark Zuckerberg is doing this for a campaign. Now hold on, I'm not going to say anything against this. It could be true. The thing is, I don't know. I can't really know if this is true or not. But I did feel a little something within me. Pause. I want to be very, very candor, very honest, because Mark Zuckerberg's situation is huge, right? I'm just a small dude on the internet. What am I gonna do? So take it with a grain of salt. But there are two sides to Mark Zuckerberg, right? Two levels. Now, if you think on one level, the logical side, Mark Zuckerberg is of course doing this for a campaign. Why else would he change his whole entire face? Why else would he change his whole entire style? And why else would he turn neutral? I think before he was politically associated, but now he's literally turned into something else. He's going on the good side now. I'm one of you guys type thing, you know? But I think otherwise. You guys are like, hold up. Okay, Troy, what are you talking about? I think something else. Listen up, you two. For me, you could see the social anxiety is clear as day. I'm not pitying this guy. There's proof of this man hating social interactions, but you know what? He does it regardless. Every time he does, he fails at trying to be who he wants to be or how he wants to be perceived. It's clear as day. Every one of his interviews before he turned into this Mark Zuckerberg type of guy, some part of him really hated just being a worthless dude, you know? Took one look at himself in the UFC when he was with Volk. He even said to himself, or said to the podcaster, Theo, oh yeah, that's me, just standing there useless.
Did you see that whole meme?
Right here,
I'm just
maybe?
like sitting there like useless. Yeah, no, there you go.
That's scary. Like, what? Because I guess you feel like, yeah, what do I do now?
No, I mean, this was a fun moment.
Now he makes fun of himself for it, but he never used to. He's learning to accept himself. Guys, this might be a character development. It could be. I don't know. Maybe my mind will change if he comes out with like, he's selling some new technology that would eat away our brains, and we're just like, oh, he's so cool, let's buy this. I'm probably gonna buy it. So I mean, I told you guys, I feel like he's changing himself for his own good, but that's just a me thing. K Troy is out.